Hello everyone, it's MyYard here. Welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe notification for more Wwe 2K20 goodness. There is a lot of it that I recorded. I got a chance to play in London with a bunch of fellow community guys and influencers and got a chance to play the game early. This is not the final build. I want to stress that out now. And you are seeing this video because you want to see 2 hours of my career. I'm going to waffle on for the next 5 minutes or so, and then in and out you're going to see the head in between loading times, because the loading times, quite frankly, just like last year, are long. I'll let you know for a fact that I think my career is very good this year from what I played of the 2 hours. I think the storyline will be fantastic and good, albeit a little bit cheesy in places. This was using Xbox One X's, but the build has been recorded onto 1080p instead of 4K because that's the only capture card I had, of course. As you can see from my career, you could have to make a female and a male character this year. So again, like last year, you choose a style, choose a cruiserweight, etc. Brawler, submission, blah 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 blah, technician. You see it on the screen right now. There is customizable weapons and there's certain things you can unlock as you progress. So there's a lot of rewards to unlock through my career if you don't use the accelerator. There is also a randomized button. That randomized button is not fully randomized that I can see because there was someone else doing my career beside me and both our male superstars were the same. How's that possible? And their female superstar was one of those random choices as well. So I think it's a semi-randomized list of presets that they have already decided on, compared to the randomized feature you get in the normal Create Superstar. Of which there is a lot to talk about when it comes to those sort of things. Because it's not the final build, there is some rendering issues, and I hope will be fixed in the final build, in the final version for retail. There's other bits and pieces that have been missing, and there's going to be a lot of hate and a lot of backlash, and rightly so in some respects, because there's certain things that shouldn't be removed. Create a championship, for instance. Where the hell you gone? No reason to take it out. Certain things have definitely gone 2 steps back, and whether that's because they no longer have ukes or they're idiots, it's sort of like that leap from 2K20 to 2K15. There's certain things missing that shouldn't be missing, and that caused a bit of a ruckus with a few of the guys, not especially the creators, superstar creators, because even for me, I would love to have a creator superstar and then be able to edit it as I choose how I feel. Now, moving with the gameplay, let's go for that first. Gameplay, there is no real change, bar the button changes for the controls. The controls you cannot change back to the original, which I find pointless because it's just a macro exercise. It could easily be done. Signatures and finishes are XA now. OMG moments are Y and B on Xbox. Sort yourself out for PlayStation, and that makes things a bit. It's a bit clumsy, I think, by having it as a double button. It was totally fine just making it one button for the finisher in the past. OMG moments using a shoulder button and that is a lot easier to do than using your finger or your thumb to press 2 buttons at the same time. You stick your hand away from the thumbstick, it makes things complicated. Having Y as the reversal button, I can understand, but it didn't feel as responsive. And then you get the pinning system. The pin system hasn't been changed at all, yet somehow, which could be again because of this build and not because it's the final build, there was significant input lag. I know timings perfectly, or near perfectly, when it comes to kicking out, and you will see it in my career, not once, not twice, but a few times where that pin bar, I know where to stop it, especially with plenty of health, and it wouldn't let me kick out. Now that's either a bug, a problem, because it's that build, or oh my god, if they keep it like that in this year's game, it will be impossible to play competitively or play full stop. Okay? My career, I've slowed down the footage for this first bit just so you guys can hear my ramblings. I got to do a lot. I got to play Bump in the Night. I got to do cage matches. Hell in a Cell has a red cage if you're doing Hell in a Cell. There is tables in Hell in a Cell. You're going to enjoy that match. I don't know if I'm going to put it out today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, maybe even tonight. I don't know when I'm going to upload the other videos. I have a week's worth of videos up until launch. So there'll be certain matches posted over the coming days. But the Hell in a Cell matches are hilarious. There's a 4-way cage match with the female superstars that is phenomenal, and that was just the AI. I don't know how, because there's nothing been changed in cage matches, but it was awesome to watch. You can grab any weapon with the weapon wheel, I should say, in any match type. So the weapon wheel from Extreme Rules appears in any match type now. That includes Hell in a Cell, and you're able to customize your match wheel per superstar as well. There is certain things you cannot get, such as ladders and tables as default, which from the customization, they do appear underneath the ring anyway, if you don't fiddle around with that. But not having tables and ladders, which you could easily customize to have different colors as well, just like the weapons of the chairs, the candlesticks, which have their own special things, which you can unlock through My Career or other reaches like Bump in the Night, I think, as well. And there's new weapons from Bump in the Night DLC 2. And we've got Demon King Balor entrance. We've got Swamp Father Wyatt. We've got Frankenstrowman entrance. Some lovely gameplay from that showcase as well, which we'll cover soon, which is coming out not long after launch for 2K20. So you won't have long to wait to play it. What else? I didn't touch Create Superstar too much other than the MyPlayer aspect. And I didn't touch Create Arena or anything like that, but from what I hear, there hasn't really been any changes whatsoever. There's been steps back taken from it as well, which boggles the mind one more time, because how can you take a step back by taking stuff out? Smack Talks, I'm sure we'll cover that in greater detail. Possibly guys like Defract as well will cover that on top of it. And the other main thing I would say is Mixed Match Challenge has the dual moves, which is actually a nice feature to have. So instead of doing a regular double team move when you tag, when your opponent's in the corner with your tag partner, you do a dual move, whether that's dual power bombs or shining wizards. Yes. But weirdly, there's no chokeslam this year. You would think dual moves, chokeslam would be the key object. Even dual pedigree would make sense, but no, that's been omitted. So I don't know how someone could forget to omit that, but they did. Just one of those things, really. But there's not much I can really say that's really been changed in this year's game. It is 2K19 with things added, which is good. The lobby system we didn't get to play because obviously the online wasn't available, and that's about it. Certain superstars look better, certain superstars have more things. The storyline looks good, which you'll see from My Career. But overall, it's not a huge improvement. 2K18 to 2K19 was a great improvement. I think people are not going to be happy this year with the amount of changes. I think it is a 2 steps forward, 2 steps back this year. I don't think some people are going to enjoy it. If you like making universe mode, you might, apart from the cutscenes, some people might prefer to do 2K19 over 20 maybe. But we'll see what the final build brings. I will give a full review when that happens, because I don't want to be judgmental before I play a final build, because it was a download source code from the developers at the event. It wasn't like it was a physical disc or anything like that. I want to see the final product before I'm going to absolutely hate it or complain about it while I'm still at the venue. Yep, that's the day. Because some people, a bit unprofessional if you ask me. I know it's slightly unprofessional me suggesting it, but come on. We got some time to play the game. We got to go out. 2K invited us. It was good fun, and we had a good time overall. But we didn't feel we were as productive as previous years because the amount of changes was lacking, and that's the truth. So hopefully with the DLC, and the Bomb of the Night stuff is probably the best stuff next to My Career by a country mile. I really hope we get something that makes things good, and the lobby system will hopefully help me as well. So enjoy the videos, enjoy this My Career. I'm waffling on too long now. I want you to enjoy it. I'm not going to talk much, but the loading screens are still long, between 20 and 40 seconds of loading screens. So I'm going to have the head talk to you in a variety of different manners and keep you entertained while you get into quiet nothingness. See you later.
Red was one of the toughest opponents I ever faced. No matter how hard I hit her, which was pretty hard, she never backed down. Sorry, it feels strange to stand up here and talk about her in the past tense. Don't get me wrong, I'm honored to do this, but I never thought it would happen so soon. For Red or her best friend, Trey. Wherever Red went, Trey was there too. And tonight's no different. They truly are a package deal. They always had each other's backs, and that was certainly the case when I faced off against Red in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Right now, this is anyone's match as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sticking with my pick of the rookie sensation, Red, to take home the briefcase.
Red faced an uphill battle just to qualify for this match. You have to wonder if that'll affect her chances here tonight.
Of course it will. You need to be fully rested if you want to win a grueling match like this. And Red came into tonight running on fumes.
And well-aimed strike.
Oh, right to the gut. In the face. Bringing it back into the ring.
This is how people end up getting hurt. Oh, what a chop.
Big time escape right there.
Just when you think your opponent was neutralized.
Really just laying it in. Rousey able to counter beautifully.
Yet another counter.
It's like they're both somehow one step ahead of each other.
Oh my God, a small package driver. That will get your attention.
Oh, it didn't go as planned there.
And it's Charlotte with the reversal.
There's a reason why she's genetically superior.
Oh, again. Oof. Saw that one coming. An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
Defenseless in the corner now.
Ronda Rousey got out of there in time.
Brutality. Hammerlock applied. Oh, no, no. Uh-oh. It's going to break it up.
It's going to be a race to the briefcase between Red and Ronda Rousey.
Hold on, the rest of their opponents are not ready for this match to be over.
And Red and Ronda come crashing down.
It's an absolute free-for-all to see who's going to get the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Ronda and Red have recovered, and I think they might have other plans.
Oh, no.
This is total chaos.
The window of opportunity is now wide open for Red and Ronda Rousey.
Trump hits the mark.
And finds a counter.
Red setting up for something big.
Well, if Red thinks she can match Ronda Rousey with strikes, then she's insane.
And now Ronda is punishing Red.
Is it too late to change my pick?
Wait a second, Red reverses. Zelina Vega has recovered and is setting up a ladder.
She's using everything she has left to drag herself up each rung. But will it be enough?
It might not be. Red's going to try to beat Zelina to the top.
Hold on, it's Andrade. What's he doing out here?
Is he putting Zelina Vega on his shoulders? How is this legal?
It's not only legal, it's smart.
It's Trey. I think he's seen enough from Andrade.
Trey has neutralized Andrade.
And that was the opening Red needed. This pains me to admit, Byron, but you might have been right about your prediction.
She's gonna do it! In her first attempt, Red is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match!
Wait, it's Ronda Rousey. This isn't over yet.
Ronda's got Red's arm!
Armbar on the top of the ladder.
She's got it locked in! Red's in big trouble!
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for her to grab a briefcase with a broken arm.
She escaped before it's too late.
It's me, the head, and for the next 20 minutes or so of loading screens in the next 2 hours, I will be with you for every 20 to 30 seconds. I hope you enjoy the company instead of listening to very dull nothingness. Yes, nothingness. Nothing.
This truly is a historic day. I don't think I've seen you dressed up since our senior prom.
Oh yeah, our one and only date together because no one else would go with us.
I remember showing up in that sweet homemade $1 million man suit. Didn't you wear a cane mask? No wonder we couldn't get dates.
To be fair, the theme of the prom was a masquerade.
Still weird.
You have the list, right?
No, I thought you had it.
Seriously?
I put it in the safe just like you told me to. Man, the way you treat that thing, you'd think it was the Magnet Carta.
Did you say magnet?
Yeah, it's some really old, valuable magnet, right?
Just get it out of there.
No one was going to break into a hotel room and steal an old piece of notebook paper from high school.
It's not just an old piece of paper. That list has been the roadmap to our entire careers, and now there's only one thing left to cross off. Did you forget the combination?
It might have slipped my mind, but don't worry, I wrote it down on my phone. Which is also in the safe. This is why I always said we should have got the list tattooed on us. No chance of losing it, and we'd have way more street cred.
Yeah? Well, I'm gonna be getting a teardrop tattoo if you don't get that thing open.
Yeah.
Welcome to another loading screen. I hope you've been enjoying the lack of gameplay right now, apart from right at the beginning, where you obviously win the Money in the Bank match, but I'm not counting that because that was just a prologue, and prologues don't count. We want the main story about how they started, and well, you'll find that out in a minute.
This is what's going to give us confidence, recognition, success, everything we've ever wanted.
Your Earth Science notebook is gonna do all that?
No. We're going to use it to make a list of everything we'll accomplish someday when we become WWE superstars.
We could do that. Or we could play my favorite lunchtime game, Guess What Mr. Bowman's Sweat Stains Look Like Today. I'm kind of seeing a heart shape. What do you think?
I think you need to take this seriously. Besides, it's a proven fact that if you write down your goals, it helps you achieve them.
Actually, now I'm thinking it looks more like a one-eared rabbit.
Fine. I'll go first to get the ball rolling. Become WWE Divas Champion. Your turn.
Okay. Star in a WWE action movie.
Really? That's one of your goals?
Do you want me to do the list or not? Besides, it's a proven fact, WWE action movies are some of the finest pieces of cinematic art ever produced, so it would be an honor to appear in one.
Whatever. Train at the dungeon.
Come up with awesome wrestling names.
Team with Mickey James.
Get my own action figure.
Compete on NXT.
Win a dance-off.
Wrestle Lita.
Find out what's inside Undertaker's urn.
Get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Be in a WWE video game.
Win a ladder match.
I've got a match for you. My butt, your face. What are you two fartwads doing? This table is reserved for wrestling team members only.
I thought there was a lot of boogers stuck underneath it.
Funny. You can leave now.
Sorry, we're busy.
Get my own action figure, become WWE Divas Champion. Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
Hey! Being immortalized in semi-posable plastic is the greatest thing a human being can achieve.
Don't ever touch our stuff again.
What, like this?
That was a huge mistake.
I have no idea why Pete Dong is in this picture, but maybe we should call him Pete Dong instead of Pete Dunne because he's such a noob. Noob. Nooby nooby noob 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 noob. Nooby nooby noob 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 noob. Nooby nooby noob 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 noob. Noob 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 noob.
For one, can't wait to see Red put Brooklyn in her place.
Oh, so much for unbiased commentary.
Hey, this is Red's memory of how it went down, so of course I'm pulling for her. You are too.
Oh, yeah, I am. Go Red!
This reminds me of that movie with the spinning top. Everything's confusing and a little bit off. For example, I wasn't even a WWE commentator when Red was in high school.
Well, you're barely a WWE commentator now. None of this makes sense. Just sit back and enjoy the ride, Saxton.
Brooklyn Von Braun is a terrible human being who deserves everything she's getting here tonight.
I could not agree more, Michael.
I couldn't believe what Brooklyn did to their list. I mean, what did she expect was going to happen after that?
Yeah, if you ask me, Brooklyn's the real fartwad.
Brooklyn might have an opening here.
Brooklyn gets nailed with the sliding lunch tray takedown.
Can Red capitalize?
She's going up top.
Red with the picture-perfect moonsault.
That's it. It's all over. Red cemented herself as way tougher and cooler than Brooklyn will ever be.
That's exactly what happens when you make fun of Red. You pay dearly.
I'm still kind of confused about everything that just happened, guys.
Well, don't hurt your imaginary head, Byron.
What do you get when you see a loading screen after a small segment of gameplay? I don't know the answer either, but there's a lot of cutscenes in this game.
Wait, let me get this straight. You remember your fight with Brooklyn when we were in high school, taking place in a WWE arena with a ring, sold-out crowd, and commentators?
The guy who can't remember the safe combination is questioning my memory?
No, the guy who can't remember the safe combination is questioning your sanity.
Whatever. I may have taken a few liberties with my story, but that is how I choose to remember it.
Well, as much as I'd love to join you in rewriting history, that day is scorched into my brain because that's how I got my nickname, Trey. This is how it really went down.
Hello. Hello. Hallo. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen. Aloha. That also means goodbye. So goodbye for now.
Get my own action figure? Become WWE Divas Champion? Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
Hey, being immortalized in semi-posable plastic is the greatest thing a human being can achieve.
Don't ever touch our stuff again.
What, like this?
That was a huge mistake.
Oh no, I've unleashed Hothead Red!
I'm gonna take that marker, bring it to your grandmother's nursing home, and cross out parts of her chart so when the nurse goes to give her turn-down service, she won't know to flip her over. That's right, I'm gonna give your grandmother bed sores.
What is wrong with you?
Calm down, deep breaths, maybe we can talk this out.
I'm done talking. Ah!
happens when you mess with the captain of the wrestling team. What are you gonna do? Hit me with a steel chair? Put me through a table?
Hit her with the chair. I'm going to get help.
Everyone already knows Hothead Red, but let me introduce you to her best friend, Trey. Get it? Because he busted his butt on a lunch tray. Now her face matches her nickname. Hothead Red, Hothead Red, Hothead Red, Hothead Red, Hothead Red.
I'm afraid it's another cutscene. Well, you're just going to have to grin and bear it. I could have just deleted them all, but I wanted to give you an actual representation of what the loading screens are like. Because if you preferred last year's loading screens, well, you're in for more of the same.
That could have been way worse.
Yeah. Brooklyn could have posted a video of the whole thing online. Oh, wait, that's exactly what she did.
I meant she could have dumped something worse on me, like mayo or hot sauce. And hey, at least she didn't destroy our list.
So what? I'm not gonna do any of those things anyway.
What do you mean?
We were just embarrassed in front of the entire school, and currently 672 people on the internet.
I bet a bunch of those are repeat views.
Great! We're not even touching on the fact that I got beat up by a lunch tray. I'm never going to be a WWE superstar. I'll just go to college and get a lame job like my parents want me to.
I think you need to read the letter again.
See? This is what I'm talking about. I can't even open my locker.
What's your combination?
1633-9, I think.
Letter, please. Here we go. I think this section is relevant right now. You've probably asked yourself a million times, why? Why didn't they want to be my parents? The truth is we did, but we had to make the hardest decision of our lives because we didn't feel we could give you the life you deserved. And that life is one where you can have the freedom to follow your dreams no matter what they might be, to become anything you want.
Using the only letter I have from my real parents as some sort of motivational speech is kind of a cheap move.
They're right, though. You got a second chance in life, and you need to make the most of it. So why sell yourself short? You need to at least try.
Fine. But when this whole WWE thing doesn't work out, I'm blaming you.
It'll work out. I promise. Assuming you never have to wrestle a lunch tray.
They're actually a lot tougher than they look.
Well, we're on to a new chapter now. And this chapter, well, it's a new chapter. It's chapter 2. I was going to give you a nice introduction, but I think it's self-explanatory with the videos ahead. So, yeah. Spoilers!
Okay, so maybe my memory of that day is a little off. Severe emotional trauma will do that. But did I really say all that stuff about her grandmother?
Yep. You had some serious rage issues back then. Did you also forget that's how you got your nickname because you were always seeing red?
No, I remember. And then Brooklyn tacked on the hot head part.
Gotta give her credit for that. You know, the rhyming definitely made it catchier. Hot head red, hot head red, hot head red.
Okay, we get it. Have you figured out that's safe yet?
No, but I'm pretty sure I used the same combination I've always used for everything, which is... Got it!
Finally.
Was never in doubt.
I'm sorry you were locked in there all alone for so long. Mommy won't ever let that happen again.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
You're just jealous. We should get going. We can't be late.
Hey, we got a message from President Johnson. Do you think you impressed the most electrifying president in United States history with all your career achievements? Actually, you do. All the best on your big day. I'll be watching from the People's White House.
That's cool. But I voted for Kane.
Let's see if I can play Pong with my head. Whip, hop, yep, hop, hip, hop, 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 hip, hop, hip, hop, hip, hop, hip, hop, 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 hop. That worked out better in my head. I'm guessing I did that really slowly for comedic effect.
I still can't believe it's really all over for you and Red.
I know. It is starting to sink in, though.
Just this morning, I was thinking about that time we faced each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Man, that was brutal.
Yeah. But thanks to you in that match, now every time my jaw hurts, I know it's gonna rain.
Really? Maybe you should get that checked out.
No way. You might be the champ who runs the camp, but I'm the champ who knows when it's damp.
Yeah, that doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Hey, pull that match up on your phone if you don't mind.
The head sings Rey Mysterio like William Shatner. Booyaka! Booyaka! 619. Booyaka! Booyaka! I need to sing Rocket Man.
I spoke to Trey and AJ before this match, and both men admitted they didn't have a lot of experience in Falls Count Anywhere matches.
Taking that into consideration, Trey did tell me he used a rather unusual training method to prepare for tonight. He played hours and hours of Falls Count Anywhere matches on WWE 2K.
Yeah, because nothing will prepare you for one of the most brutal matches of your career, quite like sitting on a couch playing video games all day and night. What an idiot.
He's fighting hard, and it's paying off.
The energy is just radiating off of him.
Big reversal. Taking off from the ropes. Another amazing singles contest. These two never cease to entertain the WWE Universe.
Nasty one right to the chest.
And again, yet another counter. Knife edge chop echoing through the arena. AJ Styles beginning to breathe a little heavier now.
Yeah, he needs to make an adjustment here.
Everything in this match is legal. We have cameras all over the arena. So wherever these superstars' imagination takes them, you won't miss any of the action.
And you need a limitless imagination to win a match like this. You have to stay on the attack because fortunes can change with just one move.
Yeah, especially in a situation where a limitless amount of real estate is your battleground.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Oh, again. AJ Styles moved out of the way there.
And AJ Styles makes him pay.
How impressive was that reversal?
Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective. Or a pump handle coming. Target his torso now. He's been going for his core all night, it seems.
Nice amateur takedown.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Heavy duty right hand.
No way.
Astounding power.
Big trouble now.
AJ Styles is in trouble.
You can say that again, Saxton, but I don't want to hear you.
This could do it! Let's watch again how AJ Styles was toppled tonight.
Who could forget this? He really put on a great show.
Here is your winner, Land!
The shoulders were down for 3, and this one's...
I hope you haven't fallen asleep yet. If you're dozing off or you're wondering why this loading screen is taking so long, take a minute to think to yourself, why are you watching a loading screen? You could just skip it. Maybe you're being entertained by me. I hope you are, because I've spent so long wanting your touch. Don't skip, please don't.
I just wanted to congratulate you, Red. You really deserve this.
Thanks, Natty. I know we had
Yeah, except that one time we got into it. I didn't. You threw me into a road case.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
The usual stuff. Who was better?
That's right. Now I remember.
Ah! I'm just wanting to see if your speakers are working okay. I hope they are, and I hope I haven't scared any of your pets. For that I do apologize.
Things have clearly gotten personal between Red and Natalya.
This is on Red for claiming she was the best female superstar to ever come out of Calgary. That was pretty much a direct shot at Natty.
Natalya is certainly proud of her legacy and will go to any lengths to defend it. What a punch!
Wow, she turned that one around.
Wow, what a sequence. And now that one's countered.
That was impressive. She's made her point and can now admire her handiwork.
Loading times. Loading times. We don't even get a timer on the loading times. We get a little red bar at the bottom. You see it trickling down? You see it? You see it? It keeps just trickling away, and suddenly it just goes, hey, and then we say goodbye. For now. Hey everyone, I hope you've been enjoying the video so far. It's MyYard here again, and we're going to show you the MyPlayer tree, which I accidentally clicked on, but they have changed it. If you remember in 2K20, they made it more like an elevator, and certain skills were right near the top. Here, it's a lot easier. You can get to an ability fairly quickly if you want to quickly get yourself over to it. Otherwise, you can go around in particular ways and order. It's like blockbusters. You have to take out a hexagon to unlock the ones appearing touching it. So by unlocking one, you can get 3, for instance. So there's the foot. Boom, done that. You can get up to there to get multiple attitude adjustments, and you can go around. Look at how big it is. It is huge on what you can achieve. But obviously, some of the harder ones are very far away, but you could go there first and then loop back and go for the other side. So entirely different way of approaching it. I think it's a nice way. It's a bit also slow to zoom. I wish there was a faster way of scrolling through to see where things were, but apart from that, it's probably quite decent. I decided to hover my little finger and see where we could get onto it. Can't unlock any of these hexagons. Yeah, 6-sided shapes until you've done them. And some of them, the perks in the corners, that don't really matter. Like blackout, this is a nice one. Charge, charge fury, yeah. Catching finisher, yeah, that's a nice one. Resiliency's in there as well. Oh, there's also a new perk that Bray Wyatt has, and you'll see that in the Hell in a Cell video. So check that one out as well. That'll definitely get released today. And now back to the head. This is a loading screen. 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 Oh yes, it's a loading screen. Oh yes, it's the loading screen. Oh yes, it's a loading screen. Oh yes, it's a loading screen. It's a loading screen. It's a loading screen. It's a loading screen. Time to hijack the head as we go into the skills and abilities menu, because again, I just wanted to quickly go through through the MyPlayer tree. There might be some new skills. Well, not really. I mean, you could consider a couple of things being it, but it's not. The first is the Poison Rana, and the other is the One-Man Spanish Fly. But they've been regular moves for years anyway. Well, the Spanish Fly has, so I mean, I'm not caring too much. I mean, even if they were in the game last year and I didn't know about it, which could be the case because I didn't pay too much to it, skills, it's weird to have it. And like I say, you need Y and B to activate it. And at least it's one finisher, and you can do it more than once this year, because that was a bit of a drawback, only being able to do the OMG moment once, which just seemed daft, to be, in my opinion. I mean, treat it like a finisher. If you want to do it more than once, go right ahead. Makes perfect sense to me, don't you? I think so. Enjoy more of my career as we step back into the storyline. But first, it's the head. Again, yes, because that's how many loading screens there are. Squeegee, squeegee. Anyone there? Hello? McFly? 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 Are you there? Get me out of here!
Hey, it's X-Pac.
Just keep walking, we don't have time.
We always have time for X-Pac. Besides, you can't just ignore a WWE Hall of Famer.
I can. Trey.
Pac! What's going on?
Hey guys, looking good.
You too.
Thanks. I'm on this new mustard-only diet.
As in mustard is the only condiment you use?
No, as in I only eat mustard. I've already dropped like 7 pounds.
That's interesting.
But enough about me. This is your big night. I swear it was just like yesterday when I first saw you two on the indie scene.
Yeah, at that point we were only a couple years in.
And I was about 30 years in. But I could still go today if I had to. I'm telling you, this diet's legit.
I guess you could say you can cut the mustard, huh?
Anyway, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. So, thanks.
I'm sure you'd have been fine with it without my help. Trey, I don't think I can say the same for you. You were kind of the drizzling craps back then, no offense.
No, it's true. And I wasn't just a drizzle. I was more like a torrential downpour of crap. Red was always ahead of me from the moment we started training.
True or false? This trainer looks like Al Snow. Answers in the comment section below.
You can use this credit card for whatever you need, but we keep the reward points. I'm about 10,000 short of a free trip to someplace warm, and you're gonna help me get there. Deal?
Got it.
We are gonna miss you so much.
When did you get there?
I just had to be close to you one more time. It feels like yesterday we got that call. There was a boy in Denver who was ready to be adopted, and now you're all grown up and going off to college. I just can't believe it.
I know. It's hard for me to believe, too.
We'll come visit soon, okay?
No, don't. I mean, a big part of college is learning independence, and if you're visiting all the time, then I'll never be able to do that.
Just be smart about the credit card, okay? Like, if there's a big keg party, put it all on the card and have everyone pay you back in cash. That way, I'll be headed for that free beach trip in no time. Hey, maybe we could go on spring break together.
Frank?
I have to go.
Okay, drive safe.
This is the part where you get out of the car.
Right. Call us when you get to school. We love you, Denver!
It's time, once again, for everybody to visit the Papa Shango train, but unfortunately we didn't get that far in my career, so unfortunately you don't get to see that bit. But he is in the game, so there's always that. I'm still PG, man. I'm still PG.
Do you believe this? We're finally doing it. Our very first list item. Train at the dungeon. Are you excited as I am?
I don't think that's possible considering you've already had 3 energy drinks before we've even left town. But this is gonna be cool.
I know. Think about how many top superstars came through Calgary. The Hearts, Edge, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and we're next.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a long way to go before we can be mentioned in the same sentence as those legends.
Everyone has to start somewhere though, right? And the dungeon is a great place to start. I still can't believe your parents were okay with all this. What happened to them wanting you to go to college?
They changed their minds.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Huh. Well, that's good. Hey, pull over real quick.
Bathroom break already?
No, I want to show you something. See that sign? Our faces are going to be on it someday.
You really think we can become more famous than the inventor of the paper toilet seat cover? He put a lot of butts in seats.
And when we make it to WWE, so will we.
In Wwe 2K20, did you know they removed Creator Championship? Why? Well... I wish I had the answer to that one.
Alright, time for a road trip game. If you could face anyone who trained in Calgary in a dream match, who would it be?
Isn't it a little early for road trip games? We still have like 2,000 miles to go.
Come on, I'll get you started with some options. How about Bret Hart, Jake the Snake, or Rowdy Roddy Piper? That would
be so cool to face a legend like that. Could you imagine?
The pin bar. The pin bar. It's the same as last year. But it doesn't like people kicking out because it's well off timing. I mean, like, really off timing. Like, that it is not when you press it. It's like you press it and then it stops. Hopefully, that's not the final belt. Because we're screwed if it is.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 288 pounds, Land!
If this one lives up to the hype, oh, Byron, look who's here!
And his opponent from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
So you know when you're on a long drive to the next town and to pass the time, you start coming up with dream match scenarios? Well, these two facing each other is exactly that.
These are certainly two of the top names to ever pass through the Great White North.
When I'm on a long drive, I'm mostly just thinking about how grateful I am to be Byron-free at the time.
You know you miss me.
Not a chance.
Oh, Jake Roberts a little out of his element here.
If he can hold the line here, he'll be in a good position. Boom, what impact.
Showing a lot of fury with these attacks.
Yeah, when he's going like this, no telling how long he'll keep it up.
Oh, ooh, knee lift.
Somebody better check his nose. Boom, running STO plants him. Nicely done. Schoolboy pinning combination. Oh, maybe not. Power.
I have a strong feeling that these guys will throw caution to the wind and just go full steam ahead.
And Jake Roberts evades that one. And the snake is slithering. Something fierce right here.
He has something big planned. Backdrop suplex.
Great one-on-one action here tonight. It doesn't get much better than this.
Back in from the floor. Kick.
Great offense by Jake the Snake Roberts.
Elusive movement there.
Head crank. Adamant in the corner. Clothesline in the corner.
Folks, it's clear Jake the Snake Roberts is feeling the pure physicality of this match.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows where he is.
Stomping. Ouch.
Oh, and a terrific reversal by Jake the Snake Roberts.
And the snake is slithering. Something fierce right here.
Anticipated that attack perfectly. Oh, bulldog.
One-handed. Man, what a clothesline.
And Jake the Snake Roberts going for the early cover.
And Jake Roberts is your winner. Now let's take another look at these guys in action.
Well, that match certainly won't be on any best of the year reels, that's for sure.
And I always enjoy watching him perform.
Here is your winner, Jake the Snake.
The head sings your awesome classics, such as only Mama Mirrors, the only welcome mirrors tonight. Let's look at mirrors. Oh, let's look at mirrors. Oh, let's look at mirrors today.
This is it. The home of the famous dungeon. I swear, I can almost hear the wrestlers of the past groaning in pain.
That's my stomach. For the past 2 days, I've had nothing but moose jerky, maple puffs, and poutine.
Yikes.
Look, I just want to say, I know I've been a little skeptical, but now that we're here, I can see us doing this. I mean, once Bret Hart hears how far we drove, he's gonna have no choice but to welcome us right in for training. So, thanks for pushing me on this.
Of course. Well, here we go.
Hey there. I bet you're here for Bret Hart, eh?
Hello. And yes, he's going to train us to be wrestlers. Eh? I'm not sure I'm using that correctly.
Is Bret home right now?
He is. Hang on a sec. Bret, 2 lovely people are here for wrestling training. He'll be right down. I'm sure he's just putting his tights on, gelling up his hair, finding his sunglasses. He's got to look the part, you know.
Of course.
So are you Bret's housekeeper?
Okay, seriously, guys? I'm messing with you.
So, Bret's not home.
No, and he hasn't been for years. The Harts don't live here anymore.
But you said...
This kind of thing happens like once a month, and I like to have a little fun when I break the news.
How is that fun? We just spent 3 days driving here.
And I gave myself severe stomach issues. At this point, we'd settle for one of the more obscure Hart brothers or even a distant cousin.
Like I said, none of them are here. You seem like nice kids. Stupid, but nice. Next time, do some research before you decide to drive all the way up here.
Jeez. So much for Canadian hospitality.
I thought you said you checked all this out online.
I did. I mean, I searched for dungeon in wrestling, and then some really weird stuff came up, and I kind of got sidetracked. Point being, don't look at my browser history. But hey, we came all the way here. We should at least get a picture. Can we do another one? I was making a weird face. Probably on account of the stomach pain.
Maybe you were right about us trying to become wrestlers. We've already failed at the first thing on our list. And maybe we're not cut out for this.
Hey, wait, we can't just give up that easily. I have an idea!
Bret Hart I, Bret Hart A, Bret Hart I, Bret Hart O, Bret Hart U, Bret Hart Boo, Bret Hart Boo, Big Up Boo. I see you, Bret Hart you, not you. Not Bret Hart. No. No Bret Hart. Ah. Me sad.
So you drove all the way to Calgary thinking you were going to train with Bret Hart? I've done some stupid stuff in my life, but that takes the cake.
It wasn't our finest moment.
But since I had a dad who only looked at the rewards section on the credit card bill, we were able to stay in Calgary and learn from a former wrestler who, at least according to him, trained with the Harts back in the day.
I think he just ran next to one on a treadmill once.
So that's how you guys hooked up with Riley Flash.
Yeah. After striking out at the dungeon, it was kind of our only option.
Even though Riley can be a bit much sometimes, he gave us the foundation we needed to get here today.
He also gave us ringworm with his dirty mats, but that's a whole other story.
Seize the day, don't throw away this magnificent loading screen. because it's a magnificent time. I mean, loading screens are the pinnacle of dry paint scenario. Yes, would you look at paint drying, or would you prefer to look at a loading screen? That are your two options. What would you prefer?
Get your feet up on the turnbuckle. Push off and roll backwards. You can pin him like that. It's all right. Yeah, you did good. You did good. Catch your breath. We'll get him next time, all right? You good?
We need sleep. Sleepy, sleepy, sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You're back in the room.
Guys, come here. We need to talk.
Is it about your disgusting ring mat? Because I feel like it's making me itch all over. Hey! What was that for?
For playing to an imaginary crowd. It cost you the match. Red, great job. Keep it up.
Remind me why I show up here every day to get tortured?
That's not torture if you're paying for it. Now, what I didn't tell you was that match was actually a tryout.
For what? Is WWE coming to town?
Not quite. It was a tryout for the local Winterfest that's coming up. The organizers asked me to put on a wrestling event.
That's great.
Who are we gonna face? I wouldn't mind a rematch against those two.
Slow down. After what I just saw, only one of you was ready for their first official match.
Sorry, Red. You'll get your chance soon.
Red's the one who's ready, not you, doughhead.
What?
When it comes to in-ring ability, Red's got you beat by a kilometer.
Isn't that less than a mile?
Oh, thanks for the conversion, Albert Asswipe. Bottom line, you're too focused on the entertainment side of things.
Well, maybe you weren't focused enough on the entertainment side of things. Didn't you only appear in WWE like 3 times?
4, if you count the time I helped carry Macho Man to the ring on his fancy chair gimmick.
You mean a sedan?
No, it was a chair, not a car. Either way, I was in WWE 4 more times than you'll ever be.
I'll make it there someday. It's on our list.
Oh, yeah, and someday I'm gonna poop golden nuggets. No offense, Red.
Whatever. You'll see. Congrats on getting your first match. You know I'll be there cheering you on.
Thanks, I know.
Speaking of cheering her on, since you like running your mouth so much, you can accompany her to the ring as a manager. That actually might be a better fit for you long term.
A manager? That's not what I'm here for.
You'll figure this out. I know it.
Oh, one more thing. I need to know what to call you so they can advertise the event.
That's easy. I'm sticking with Red. Kids started calling me that in high school because of my temper, but I'm gonna turn it into something positive.
Okay. And what about you? Sticking with Denver?
I don't know. Sounds too regional. And omelette-y.
I know. How about Albert Asswipe?
Nah.
Carl Botch, on account of all the moves you botch?
I like that one.
How about I pay tribute to my wonderful trainer and call myself Riley Flash Jr.?
Oh, that ain't happening. Do you have any other nicknames?
Trey!
No, don't listen to her.
I kind of like that. And you can spell it T-R-E, so it's kind of like 3 in Spanish, as in getting a 3 count to win a match. Which probably won't happen very often for you, but you get it, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Great. Then Trey it is.
Thanks a lot.
No problem, Trey. And hey, I just realized we can cross something off our list. Come up with awesome wrestling names.
I don't know about the awesome part.
Welcome to the next chapter. It's like the other chapters, but there's a new number. So there's that. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet. For just a moment. A yellow sun. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. I was sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I can see. I wrote my way out. And that's my audition for Hamilton.
Man, I'm freezing. What are the chances I can bring this out to the ring with me?
0. But you should be plenty warm out there with all the hot air you produce.
Can't believe you didn't have a bigger career with singers like that.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I had to make like 7 connections to get here from Orlando.
Oh, hey, Peyton. No problem. I appreciate you doing me this favor. Red and Trey, this is Peyton Royce. We met when she trained here in Calgary, and now she recently signed with NXT.
So who am I facing tonight? And by the way, it's cold enough to freeze the tail off a brass kangaroo. Can I have this heater out there for my match?
Oh, sure thing, Peyton. What? You'll actually be facing Red tonight in her first ever match.
Wow, it's an honor. We actually watch you on NXT all the time. And at least when my friend Trey here isn't hogging the laptop and watching weird videos of who knows what.
She's kidding. I told you to stay out of my browser history.
Wait, did you say this is her first ever match?
Yeah, Red's only been training for about 3 months, but don't take her lightly, she's really good.
3 months? It took me longer than that to get here. And what kind of stupid name is Red? If anything, with your lack of experience, you should call yourself Green.
What? Anything she says with that accent is funny.
After I'm done with you tonight, you'll understand why they call me Red. Because all that pretty white snow out there will be stained red with your blood. And then every time it snows, the children who were here tonight will be reminded of the carnage they saw and refuse to go outside. And after you spend weeks in the hospital and are finally able to drag your broken body onto the airplane back to Orlando, the pilot will be so terrified by the sight of your mangled face, he will lose control of the plane, sending it crashing down to the earth.
Whoa. I think she got the point.
You have major issues.
What the heck was that?
The old hothead Red comes out when she gets angry. We've been working on dialing it back. I like the intensity, but just focus that on your match, okay? And if you can take a break while you're painting the snow red with Peyton's blood, maybe stop and soak everything in. This is your first match after all, which is a big deal. It's on our list.
Sorry. You're right, and I'm happy you'll be out there with me. I'm gonna go stretch.
Should I tell anyone with kids to leave?
Nah, she'll be fine. I hope.
Time goes by so slowly in time, and needing so touch. Are you still mine? If so, please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on.
Welcome to Winterfest 2015. As always, I'm your host, Gord Wilson. Yeah, this can't be worse than last year's Winterfest, eh? The good news is most of the victims of the wild moose attack have fully recovered. Since this is Red's first ever match, I put a few toonies on Peyton Royce to win. I've just been informed there is no gambling allowed at Winterfest. Jeez, that'll make the kids' sled races a lot less interesting. We'd like to thank our local sponsors, Secondhand Tukes, Larry Zamboni Driving School, and of course, Riley Flash's Wrestling Academy. Bring your ticket stub to Riley's for a free picture of Mr. Flash himself, after purchase of a commemorative frame for only $19.95. With that temper on Red, I would not want to be in Peyton's shoes right now. Also, they don't look very warm. It looks like Peyton Royce might have this one in the bag, eh? Wait a second. Trey is finally doing something useful. I'm told Red's manager goes by the name of Trey and hopes to be a wrestler himself someday. You know, I wanted to be a big-time radio DJ, but sometimes your dreams don't work out and you end up announcing local rodeos, spelling bees, and Winterfest events. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know what? Let's get back to the action. Peyton Royce trained here in Calgary and is now an NXT superstar. You can watch her every week on the WWE Network, which recently turned 1 year old. Oh, crap. That reminds me, my wife's birthday is tomorrow, and I didn't get her anything. Hey, Tom, run out and snag me as much Winterfest junk as you can for $20. I'll pay you back. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Oh, now Red looks to be in trouble.
G'day, Peyton. Koalas are cute, but they have terrible personalities, kind of like you. The Great Barrier Reef is more like the just okay Barrier Reef. And boomerangs are a sham. They never come back when you throw them. I really don't know that much else about Australia. Your chain of steakhouses is severely overrated.
It's clear Riley Flash has a gem of a student here with Red. He hasn't sent anyone to WWE yet, but I think she may be the first.
As you can see from the previous gameplay, the gameplay hasn't really changed, while the button controls and the bar controls, I think, are stupid compared to last year, and you can't change them. Why? That's Simon Miller, isn't it? You get all the good catchphrases.
That was awesome! It was everything I've ever dreamed of. I'm numb with excitement, or maybe I'm just frozen, but either way, I get to cross 2 things off our list.
And you did it without emotionally scarring any children.
Wrestle first match and win first match.
Nice of your mate to help you out there tonight. Maybe if I see you again, I'll have some backup too.
I look forward to it.
By the way, I didn't really mean any of the things I said out there, especially about you having the personality of a koala. You're way more pleasant, and I'm actually a big fan of your people's blooming onions.
You're a total bogan.
Wait, is that a good thing?
I don't think so.
Congrats on your first win, Red. I knew you wouldn't let me down. And you're not going to either, Trey.
What do you mean?
It's been a last-minute change of plans. My surprise opponent for tonight was injured.
Is that who I think it is?
That's right. It's me, the King of Cuteville, Prince Pretty. Unfortunately, I slipped on some ice and stubbed my turning toe.
Your turning toe?
Yes, the most important toe. EI, the toe one uses to turn on a runway. Ugh, I can't stand non-models. Anyway, it's a shame all these uggos here tonight will no longer get to see me compete against Riley Flash. Not that it would have been much of a contest. I mean, look at this man.
I have let myself go.
He couldn't lace my boots on his best day. To be fair, some of my finer boots are slip-ons that don't have any laces, but you get the point.
Anyway, Trey, I need you to take Tyler's place against me.
I thought you said I wasn't ready.
You're not, but I liked what I saw from you out there during Red's match, and also I don't have any other options.
All right, I'll do it. First match.
Do you want a picture to commemorate this moment?
That'd be great.
Nailed it. I'll post it for you. Hashtag gorgeous.
You know about fashion.
Obviously. Go on.
Well, I already went out there once tonight, so I want a different look for my match against Riley Flash. Do you have any last-minute suggestions?
Ah, the classic quick change, as we models call it. Well, when I look at you, I see 3 options that fit the theme and location of this show. Who wore it better? I'm kidding. We all know I did. Good luck, Prince Not So Pretty.
Who is your first WWE superstar that you're going to play with in exhibition mode, or maybe even universe mode? Who is your go-to guy to play for the first time?
Wow, that's an interesting look.
You don't like it?
It's fine. It's just that maybe you should worry about the actual match, you know? I know you don't like to hear it when it comes from Riley, but he has a point. You might be too focused on everything other than what happens inside the ring.
People remember cool entrances and costumes. Entertainment is what makes wrestling great.
Wrestling makes wrestling great.
Well, there's more than one way to thread a needle.
Actually, there's only one opening on a needle, so...
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Anyway, what's more important is you're going to have your first match. So have a great one. And entrance, too.
Thanks.
My sacrifice. No, 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 no. My sacrifice. No, 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 no. My sacrifice. My sacrifice. No, 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 no.
Ward Wilson back again for Riley Flash taking on Trey. So this is the surprise opponent that Winterfest paid big bucks for? If you're a little confused, you're not alone. Even though you were probably expecting something other than this match, I've been just told Winterfest will not be issuing refunds. Sorry. We saw Trey out here earlier in Red's corner, but he looks a bit different now. I'll leave it at that. This is turning into a real kerfuffle. What's he doing, eh?
Help! Help! My toe's stuck! Come on, I need some hot! Coco! Yeah! Hey, hold on! Come here! Help me out! Come here! Come on, help me!
Trey just got himself out of a sticky situation. But will he make it back into the ring before the 10 count? 9! Injured tongue and all, this match will continue. Considering this is Trey's first official match, he doesn't look half bad. I mean, other than his outfit. Has wrestled the who's who of popular superstars throughout his career. He never actually beat any of them, but who's keeping track? Is the student going to become the master here tonight? Probably not, but it still should be fun to watch. That was only a 2 count, you hoser. What's this nincompoop doing? It doesn't happen very often, so enjoy it.
Hey, I want to thank everyone for coming out to the show. And also, it needs to be said that I had 2 students who had their very first matches tonight. Red, who beat Peyton Royce earlier. Isn't that incredible? And now Trey, who had a good effort on short notice, but got a little bit ahead of himself. We'll work on his counting. Trey, I'd let you have the mic, but I think you might be a bit tongue-tied. Give it up one more time for Trey.
Have a staring competition, shall we? I'm going to stare for 30 seconds. Don't cheat now. Be honest. Be honest if you lose. I mean, just be completely honest. If you're going to lose, just say you've lost in the comments, okay? I'm coming closer. I'm coming closer. Don't spook. Don't spook. Don't spook. I really, 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 really hope you don't spook. I really, really hope you don't get spooked. Do you? Oh, yeah, damn it.
What a night!
I'm thinking pavones to celebrate.
Isn't that place super expensive?
It's on me. Well, technically my parents, but we deserve it.
All right, I'm in. Now get that heat blasting.
That's weird. Gas is full. I'll call them back later.
Maybe they can help with the car. And we can tell them about our first matches.
No.
Hey, it's Red. You're on speaker.
Oh, hi there. Are you visiting Denver at college?
What?
Now's not really a good time.
Why? Is something wrong? Are you having car trouble?
Yeah, we are. How'd you know that?
Just hang up.
Cut the crap. We remotely disabled the SUV because we know you're not at school, and we're pretty sure you never were. We got an alert about a substantial charge in Canada for something called Riley Flash's Wrestling Academy.
And then after we looked into it, we discovered charges for the past few months, including a crazy hotel bill, gas, food, clothes, you name it. Do you know how disappointed I was when I realized I was going to have to return all those reward points? I was this close to a free trip. This close!
It is not about the stupid points. We were hoping you'd come clean on your own about all of this, but I guess you're just gonna keep on lying.
Hey, wait! Look, this is what I want to do with my life, and no matter how many times I told you that, you still didn't support me, so I was pretty much forced to lie. Would you rather I be miserable at school?
Of course not, but you have to be realistic. You are never going to make it as a pro wrestler.
There's a better chance of me dating a supermodel.
Frank!
Which is impossible because your mom is stunning, and I would never date anyone else.
I will make it. And when I do, you'll wish you would have had my back before I was successful and famous.
It's not too late to try to put all this behind us. We'll activate the SUV if you come home now. Then I can try to get you re-enrolled in school for next semester.
You're gonna have to ship the car home, because I'm staying here to pursue my dreams. Maybe someday you'll understand that. Hey, wait! What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
I'd rather that happen than talk to you right now. Leave me alone.
Sorry, but I'm not going anywhere. We set out to do this together, and this doesn't change anything. I mean, other than the fact we now don't have a car or somewhere to sleep, but you know what I mean. I still want to do this if you do.
I appreciate your loyalty, but you lied to your parents and me about what we were doing here. And you basically sat back and let me steal from them.
Don't worry about the money, I'll pay them back. And I'm sorry, but you've always told me to take the advice from my birth parents' letter, right? About following my dreams? Well, that's all I was trying to do.
You didn't need to lie to do that.
It's the only way I could see this working. But I'll never keep a secret from you again, I promise. From now on, it's total honesty between the two of us, okay? You're gonna know everything, even how many times a month I shave my toes.
You shave your toes? Weird.
See? I'm an open book. So, no more secrets, okay?
I know he said no more secrets, but you can't tell him ours. It will ruin him. Okay. No more secrets.
So now what do? We're carless and without the credit card. Pretty soon we'll be homeless.
I think our only option is to hit the road and try to make some money on the indies. But we'll have to start roughing it like actual up-and-coming wrestlers.
You think we have enough cash for a new car?
I wouldn't say new.
Do you think the WWE superstars play with themselves on WWE 2K20? Play as themselves, I mean. That would just be weird. A little bit.
We managed to get a used car that fell under our budget, probably because it also fell under various recalls and safety violations.
Do we stick our phones in this slot? Nothing's happening.
I think that's a tape deck. This car doesn't exactly have the latest features. Roughing it, remember?
Right. So I'm assuming there's no Bluetooth.
No, but I did find an actual tooth in the trunk.
Shark or human?
Human, I think.
Lame.
Well, now that we have our extremely safe and luxurious ride that may or may not have had a body in the trunk at some point, where to? We do have Wrestle in Memphis on the list.
Assuming this piece of junk can make it that far, then I guess we're headed to the great state of South Carolina. That is where Memphis is, right?
Close. Maybe I should drive.
It's fine. I got this. Is that also a feature on older cars?
Nope. Don't think so.
Dig diggity, dig diggity dog. Dum boom boom. Dum boom boom boom. Dig diggity dog. Stockholm. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom. Stockholm. Dig diggity dog.
Denver, it's your mom and dad.
Yeah, hey, hope Brian over at the used car...
It's a good storyline so far, isn't it? They're setting the groundwork. They're showing how they came up. They're going flash forwarding and backtracking and then going further back. And then it's almost like the time scale plot of Back to the Future at this point. There's going to be some sort of paradox at some point and the whole world's going to explode.
Catching up on old times has been great, but we should really get going. Besides, shouldn't we save some of this for our speech later?
But we just got through all the boring backstory stuff. It really starts to pick up from here.
I'm down for more.
Hey guys, it's so good to see you. Congrats on the Hall of Fame. This is really happening.
It's not official yet. We have to actually make it to the building.
They're not going to start without you.
And even if they did, some of the speeches are so long, you'd still have plenty of time.
Great. We were just telling Pac all about how we got started.
Didn't we cross paths on an indie show early on in your career?
We did, at a minor league baseball stadium in Memphis, to be exact.
That's right. I knew you had it back then. Trey, not so much.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because you didn't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch?
Speaking of wristwatches, we really should get going.
From my experience, this day goes by pretty fast. So you really want to relax and soak in every moment.
Lita's right. When I got inducted with DX, everything just flew by.
Then let's get back to soaking. Lita, if my memory is correct, you were just in Memphis for an autograph signing, but Red had other plans.
So you like to play the game? Well, have another loading screen for your troubles. And then another one. 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 And then another one with a slice of another one. Because it's now the loading screen right here.
So I just want to thank everyone in Memphis for coming out to the show. It's always great to be a part of these smaller events and connect with the people who have supported me for so many years. I'll be available for pictures and autographs starting in a few minutes. Don't be shy.
Hold on a second, can we cut the music? In the spirit of not being shy, I have something I want to say. Growing up, I was a huge fan of yours. Facing you in the ring is actually on this list I have. So I know you don't wrestle that much anymore, but I'll always regret this moment if I didn't ask. How about you skip the autograph session and go one-on-one with me right now?
I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but who are you?
I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but none of these people would be here paying you $10 an autograph if it wasn't for me working my butt off this past year in Memphis.
Look, I get it. You're young and hungry, and you probably think I'm the entitled Hall of Famer who just shows up to cash in on all your hard work. But it's not like that. I'm here to support you and the indie scene. I mean, I used to be you. And by the way, I still didn't get your name.
You'll hear the ring announcers say it after I beat you.
So you're not backing down, huh?
Like I said, you're on my list.
I'm sorry, everyone. But I'm gonna have to delay this autograph signing until after I win this match.
Keep it over here, bringing you all the action from the home field of the Memphis Sliders. I didn't expect to see Lita wrestle here tonight, but I also didn't expect my 27-year-old twin sons to still be living with me, so sometimes life throws you some real curveballs.
Red's got quite the temper on her. Actually reminds me of Sliders manager Tex Phillips. Did you know Tex once threw a bat at a fan who was razzing him? That was the last time his dad was ever allowed at a game. True story. And just a reminder, the Sliders are on the road. We'll be back for a 6-game homestand next week. So come on out and support the home team or the away team. Just get your butt here and spend some money, okay? I have 2 27-year-old man children to feed, and this franchise is dying quicker than the house fly. I've seen Red wrestle a few times, and she never disappoints. Unlike the new slider stew the stadium's serving up. Word of advice, unless you want your next bathroom trip to end in a rundown, I suggest you avoid it. If Red can pull off the win over a WWE Hall of Famer like Lita, I guarantee she'll be getting a call up to the bigs in no time. Be sure to get your picture taken with Memphis Sliders mascot Remy. And just a friendly reminder, he's not made of actual meat, so please do not attempt to bite and or lick him. Sounds crazy, but happens all the time. Red is out here fighting for respect, which is something we can all relate to. This morning, the twins threw donuts at me because I bought powdered jelly instead of chocolate sprinkle. Just a reminder, they're 27 years old. Anyway, let's get back to the action. This is one heck of a bonus match we're getting here tonight, folks. It just proves you never know what you're going to see at Memphis Slider Stadium. Like that one crazy stunt where they had monkey umpires for a game. I still maintain they did a better job than the real ones. With this match against Lita, Red's getting across something big off her list tonight. I respect that, especially since the only list I have is a never-ending grocery list because apparently my almost 30-year-old twins are never going to move out of the house. But I'm not bitter about that at all. You know, it's not often we get a Hall of Famer competing here at the stadium. Although there was that one-time minor league Hall of Famer Turk Spitball Simpson pitched at the age of 93. He had to be removed from the field by security on account of escape from his nursing home, but still, what a memorable night. After some of the blows these two are absorbing, they might be headed for a 10-day stint on the injured list. To beat a Hall of Famer like Lita, Red's going to need whatever the wrestling equivalent is of a perfect game. Skip Pilo here, reminding you that tonight's wrestling event is brought to you by our sponsor, Bobby Joe's Dog Board. If we lose your dog, the next one's on us. Wrestling has a long history of holding major events in baseball stadiums, including several WrestleManias and, of course, tonight's show. Lita doesn't look like she's showing any signs of ring rust, which is more than can be said for the actual ring. And here's your winner, Red!
Good match, Red.
This is WWE 2K20's unofficial head mascot, telling you that that mascot there is a phony, a fake news, disregarding entity that has no business being in WWE 2K20. I should be the mascot for all future WWE.
I definitely knew Red's name after that night.
I was impressed Red was able to keep her composure and talk you into the match. Usually in those situations, she would lose her temper and go into hothead mode.
You're one to talk about keeping your composure after what you did that night.
Before my match, I have something very important I need to do. I've seen Ribby out here dancing with the kids all night, but I think I've got some pretty sweet moves myself, so how about Ribby and I find out who's better with the dance-off? right, I'll go first. Hit me with some music. Okay, Ribby, top that. Okay, wait, I was holding back. Let me get another turn. Win the dance-off is on this list I have. I'm not crying. This was fixed. I demand a fair rematch.
Hey, no one wants to see any more of your terrible dance moves. What they want to see is me kicking your ass. I mean, what kind of stupid name is Trey anyway? I think a better name would be Crossword, because you enter the ring vertically and you leave horizontally. I mean, with a name like that, your parents must be the type of people who, when you look into their eyes, you see the back of their heads.
You can say whatever you want about me, but don't talk about my parents.
What's the matter? You should be proud of them, because I heard they created more tragedies than Shakespeare.
Did you come out here to dust off every one of your dated one-liners? Or do you want to have a match?
Look, I'm just trying to entertain these people after your awful dancing. I mean, I've seen better moves in a blind chess match.
If you want to entertain them so bad, then how about we give them a match they weren't expecting?
Well, if you keep boring everyone, pretty soon we're going to have an empty arena match.
I was thinking something more along the lines of no DQ.
You know what? I'll take that, and I'll do you one better. I know you've only been in Memphis for about a year, but I think everyone will agree that's a year too long. So how about we make this a no DQ, loser leave town match? Come on, Crossword. What do you say?
It's fitting your last match in Memphis is going to be in a baseball stadium because you just made the biggest error of your life. Oh, come on, that was just as good, if not better, than one of his lame jokes. Oh, shut up, Ribby. After I send Lawler packing, I'm going to eat you for dinner.
All right, let's do this, Crossword. Crossword, crossword, crossword.
WWE Hall of Famer and Memphis legend, Jerry the King Lawler, taking on up-and-comer Trey. I can't believe this is now a loser leaves town match. If Jerry Lawler ends up having to leave Memphis, the city would go into a deep depression, emotionally speaking. Economically speaking, we'd probably be all right. It's the battle of the pile driver versus whatever Trey's finisher is. Honestly, I'm sure it's nowhere near as good as the pile driver. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but Jerry the King Lawler is a hometown hero. Trey, if you somehow send the King packing, you might want to consider hitting the road too, for your own safety. Which reminds me, Slider Stadium is a safe space and will not tolerate bullying or threats of any kind. Thank you. I can't believe Trey thought he was going to beat Ribby in a dance-off. That John Pizza Mean's got some sweet and saucy moves. Crossword, 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 crossword. Trey might be younger and quicker, but the King has a significant edge when it comes to experience. And not to mention the support of the home crowd. Come on, King! Get him! Beat that butt! This match reminds me of the Memphis Sliders rivalry with the Little Rock Boulders. A spirited contest with lots of brawling, and at the end of the night, the losers leave town. That's right, Little Rock. I just called you a bunch of losers. Sorry, might have gotten a bit carried away there. Apologies to any fans in attendance who made the drive over from Little Rock. Beautiful city. Find a way to get my grown-up twin sons into a losers league home match. But I'm getting off track. Let's get back to the ring. This match is all the pressure of a winner-take-all playoff game. Not that I would know, since the Sliders are perennial doormats. There's always next year. I hear Trey got his start up in Calgary, and after this match, hopefully he'll be on his way back there. Let's go, King! Let's go, King! Let's go, King! Let's go, King! These two are throwing heat right up in each other's kitchens, trying to avoid the Grand Slam.
Well, that just about does it for today in terms of my career. Thank you very much for watching. That gives you a small taster of what happens next And there's so many chapters. We've got about 20 hours of gameplay. So if you want to see my career fully in action, then you're going to have to just stick around on the channel for all that WWE gaming goodness. And you want to see cage matches, Hell in a Cell, ladder matches, TLC, tables, weapons, gold mile, boiler rooms and cemeteries, and DLC of Bomber and Knight, and Demon King and Swamp Father, and Frankenstrowman, and all that juicy goodness, you're going to have to stick to the channel. Okay, you'll have to stick to the channel. If you don't stick to the channel, you're not going to see it. Some other channels might have it, but you don't get a floated head in those channels. So my channel is vastly superior to all of those. Except Smack Talks. And Delzinski. And Viking Size. There's probably other people as well, but I mean, my mind's just gone blank. It's stupid o'clock me trying to film this in a green suit. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.